Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So here's my trailer breakdown for episode 8. This episode looks like it's going to be a really big episode. I mean, the last couple episodes have been really big episodes for World Beyond. And so obviously, before we go any further, I do have to warn you that this will contain spoilers for episode 7. So if you haven't watched 7 yet, I recommend doing so and then coming back to check out the video. But yeah, also, if you're new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. But let's jump into the episode 8 trailer here. So obviously, Elizabeth Kublik will be returning here to the show. I don't know if she's gonna meet up with Jadis in this episode. Probably. I mean, we didn't really see it in the trailer. We just saw her with, I can't remember what her name is, but the leader of the Perimeter, right? And so that's interesting that she is going to be making a reappearance into the show, into the story at this point, which I guess I was sort of always expecting because we are getting near the end, right? So obviously that has to happen. I actually really wonder where episode 8 is going to end, because if you just kind of take all the last few episodes sort of into account, right? Like 5, 6, it was very like, now we are at the Civic Republic. Now we are dealing with all of this stuff. And you know what's funny is like the community, the Perimeter really does not matter. There's a lot of communities that I'm like, I do not give a shit about, right? Like, what kind of a role is the Perimeter playing here in the story? I don't, honestly, like, it looks like everything happening in episode 8 is going to be, at least the exciting stuff is mostly focused on at the Civic Republic. And then we're going to get into 9 and 10 where they wrap up and really ramp up a lot of this stuff here. The Perimeter is sort of a useless community. I honestly, I feel like it was introduced just for the sake of having our characters reunite somehow or go somewhere. I think the Civic Republic is probably just gonna ruin this place, destroy this place most likely, just because I honestly, like, in the end, I really see the Civic Republic winning. I don't see them losing it all, because obviously like in the Rick movies is where they lose, right? Rick has to be the one to defeat them. On this show, this is a setup for the movies, a setup to show how threatening they are, how much they do have, how powerful they are. And I mean, if you're comparing the Civic Republic military to any group on The Walking Dead, they are obviously so powerful. Could you imagine if Alexandria came across the Civic Republic and then had a war with them, like an all-out war? They would so lose. It's not even funny. Everyone in Alexandria would be gone. So in that sense, what Rick is dealing with is so much bigger than anyone in Alexandria has ever dealt with. And so that's why these kids can't win in the end, right? There's no way they can win. Unless maybe they get this small victory by preventing them from destroying Portland, but the message or whatever gets out to them, and that's what they're planning to do, which causes this civil war. Maybe Iris and Hope and all of our main cast, maybe at that point that's where they die off, but they did something good. They gave that warning out. The Civic Republic lost some of its power, at least over everyone. The secret's out, I guess, right? And so that's where everyone starts to learn some more information, and that's where the Rick movies are going to start to get very interesting there, right? It's around that point, and so that's where they start to deal with a lot of stuff. And I think that could be honestly where they're going, but in a couple of episodes, we're going to find out. Like, this is episode 8 we're going on now. After this, it's just 9 and 10. 2 more and the story is done. We're never going to see these characters again, for the most part anyways. We see this one scene here in the beginning. We have Jadis. She's in Elizabeth Kublik's office. Huck here shows up, and yeah, they're reading some files here, and the shot for the most part is pretty interesting. And then there's also this one here where we have Silas, and I can't remember what his name is, but I'm sure it doesn't matter. But he's a Civic Republic soldier. There's only 3 episodes left, and I like whenever they do this. Whenever there's like 2 episodes, 3 episodes, they'll usually do something like this, add the little fonts here and there. But yeah, Silas is basically training to become a Civic Republic soldier, which is kind of interesting, honestly, for the character, if in the end he just becomes a villain. Because like at this point, now that we're going into episode 8, Silas has been away from the story for so long. It makes no sense to really reconnect him with anyone unless you're planning for him to be the villain, and then like at the end of the season here, in the next couple of episodes, he's gonna end up killing someone or something like that because he becomes a CRM soldier. They show this the bad side to it, right? Like, that's possible that they're going in that direction, but it's very random with Silas right now. I like, what the hell is even happening? And then we see Dr. Leo Bennett talking with all the scientists that they want to get them out of here, and that's the big plan, right? Like, that's the one thing that we learned, is that the little group there, you know, Dr. Bennett, you have Iris and Hope, and Felix, and I guess Percy. They want to get all the scientists out. They want to get all of their research out, because I think that if they can all escape, and get the word out to Portland, and that's probably a lot better. But they want to take this whole place down, and they don't want the scientists to suffer. So obviously things are going to go wrong, because we see at the end of the trailer that Jadis initiates a full lockdown. And I like that. Honestly, I think this is where Jadis's character becomes so useful, so likable, is the fact that, you know, a scene like this, it's so amazing that it is actually happening, because most of the time characters, at least on World Beyond, do really dumb things where you can look back and be like, well, why don't you just do this? You're the Civic Republic, you have so much power, you can just do this. And Jadis is doing it, right? She's just like, you know what, no, at this point, we're initiating a lockdown. I don't know what the hell's going on with Bennett. And so she locked everything down immediately. She's going to get her questions, or I guess her answers to her questions. And yeah, I mean, the things look really intense here. You can see that this room, the lights start flashing all red here. And yeah, I mean, they are definitely in trouble. They're going to have to somehow try and get out. And I mean, what the hell's going to happen there? This is the one part that is definitely very exciting about all of it. Cause like, are we going to see a pretty big character death here? Like, are they going to kill Dr. Leo Bennett right here? Right? Like, also, I would hate that, because that means they're killing all of the better characters, right? Because I think the adult characters on this show are definitely the better characters. Actually, I'll take a vote on that right now. Do you think they're going to kill any of the main cast in this final season? Like in the next 3 episodes, do you think we're going to see that happen? I just, for some reason, I feel like it's not going to. I think it would be the smart decision. I just don't think they're going to. I think in the end, they are somehow going to win. And then where are they going to go? To Portland, I guess, to try and survive? Like, where are they going to go in all of this? Because honestly, I don't really understand what the hell's going to happen here. And then we see this shot here of Hope and Iris, and they're just planning some stuff out. I mean, I do want to point out how nice this room is, right? Like, they have electricity. They can focus on the littlest things here, where they have, I guess, is that bottles of water? I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, there's actually a Civic Republic logo on it. I mean, I don't think it's alcohol or anything like that. I think it's actually water, but the littlest details like that's really amazing. You know, like we also have the cans right there. Is that canned food? I'm assuming so, unless I'm not entirely sure what that is, but that could be a little nod to season 8, right? Because in season 8, Jadis had all that canned food with the Civic Republic logo on it. So that's kind of a cool Easter egg here, a cool nod to everything. But yeah, I mean, in this trailer, they definitely, the urgency has been stepped up quite a bit. Things are starting to look really bad for the main cast, and I do wonder where they're going to go in the end, right? I mean, I guess at some point we are going to find out. I will say that I definitely am enjoying World Beyond right now. It is a crazy thing to say, but I'm actually really enjoying the story, and I wish the story was always like this. Honestly, I think, like, even if you wanted it to do 2 seasons, fine. I just wish that you would have focused a bit more on all of this, instead of making it so much about the kids and trying to survive and all of that. You know, it just got to the point where it was just so nauseating, and I just never cared really for the story so much. And I'm happy that I'm starting to care about it, but I'm caring about it for the wrong reasons. But at this point, I also don't really care, you know? But I don't know, maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe it's literally just me. Maybe most of you guys are enjoying World Beyond at least a little bit more than I am. I know I do get those comments where people are like, well, no, the story's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. You're just a hater. Like, I guess if I'm just a hater, let me know. But I like what I like. You know, this is sort of I don't know. I think the show is definitely, it's going in a really great direction. And I'm definitely very excited to see where the story is going to go over the next couple of weeks. And I honestly, I think that in 3 weeks, I guess, from now, we are going to get some Rick Grimes information. Actually, I guess in a month from now, we're going to get that, right? Because in 3 weeks from now, it's going to air on AMC Plus for us. But we're going to have to wait a whole week for Gimple to be on Talking Dead. I'm assuming he's going to be, right? To learn more information. And so, yeah, on December 5th, we'll probably learn a lot more information. But until then, let's just kind of enjoy the ride, to be honest, because then we're on a break until part 2 of The Walking Dead comes back. So yeah, post all your thoughts down below and your predictions for episode 8. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.